Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Asmaa Hussein and I run a publishing company called Ruqayya's Bookshelf. Today, during the Eid Festival online, which is awesome, I'm going to be reading you one of our newest books. This book is called Ahmad and the Very Stuck Teapot. Now, this is a brand new book. It just came out a couple of weeks ago in Ramadan, so most of you won't have this book at home. I know that a lot of you have some of my other books at home, but this one is brand new. Okay, so let's begin. Oh no! Ahmed watched in horror as his kite crashed into a tree and got tangled in the branches. Tomorrow was the annual kite flying competition at his school, and Ahmed had been practicing for weeks. His friend Tariq ran up to him. Ahmed, your kite, it's ruined. Ahmed pulled his kite loose, then picked up the torn and tattered pieces. He was heartbroken. If we hurry, we can get another one at the toy store before it closes, said Tariq. Okay, let's go. Ahmed and Tariq raced down the hill. Moo! Ahmed almost crashed into a brown calf. Standing in the road, it hopped away from him. Clunk, clunk, clunk. What's making that clunking sound? He looked down and saw a teapot stuck on her front hoof. This teapot looks familiar, Ahmed said. He bent down and gently lifted the calf's leg. I knew it. It says Ahmed on the bottom. It belongs to my mom. You guys can see there's a little bit of writing right here underneath the teapot. Let the cow keep it, Tariq said. It's dented anyway. Ahmed ignored Tariq and tried to pull the teapot off, but it was stuck. Should we take her to Ammu Wasim? Ahmed said. His greenhouse is just up the hill. Tariq pointed to the sun hanging low in the sky. There's no time. The toy store closes at Maghrib. The cow kept mooing loudly and lifting its foot, trying to shake off the teapot. Ahmed could tell it was in a lot of pain. It'll just take a few minutes, Ahmed said. He pulled the rope around the calf's neck and led her towards Wasim's greenhouse. Assalamu alaikum, boys, Wasim called out. Wa alaikum assalam. Can you help us? Ahmed asked. This calf has a teapot stuck on her hoof. Wasim grabbed his garden shears and carefully started cutting the teapot. The calf suddenly kicked her legs and the teapot flew off. The teapot cut her leg, Wasim said with concern. Can you ask Saleh to bandage it? Sorry, we have to go, Ahmed said quickly. I would take her, Wasim said. But the man who bought these olive trees is coming to pick them up now. You won't make it in time for the toy shop, Tariq whispered to Ahmed. All your practice is going to be for nothing. Ahmed looked up at the sky. The sun was slipping behind the hills. The cow mooed and nudged her head against Ahmed's arm. You're right, Ahmed sighed, but her cut might get infected if I leave her. Tariq hesitated. I want to practice a bit more before tomorrow's competition, he said. Go to Ammu Saleh's on your own. Ahmed's heart sank as he watched Tariq run away. The injured calf looked at him with sad brown eyes. Ahmed held out some jasmine vines for the calf to munch on, and she eagerly followed him to their next stop. Please, Allah, let me have a kite for tomorrow, he whispered. And here he is. We can see him taking the cow to Ammu Saleh's. Saleh was a shepherd, so he knew exactly what to do. He gently washed the calf's hoof, smeared some honey on the cut, and wrapped a clean bandage around it. This is Yazan's cow, he said. Can you take her home? But I have to go. Can you please take her, Ammu Saleh? I would, but I need to bring my sheep in. It's almost sunset. Ahmed's stomach cramped up at the thought of not making it to the store, but he couldn't abandon the calf now. It wasn't long before Ahmed ran into Yazan, who was already searching for his calf. Ahmed, you found her, he laughed. She slipped through the fence this morning and wandered off. As Ahmed explained what had happened, the call to prayer echoed around him. All his hopes for winning the kite competition were dashed. He would be the only one without a kite tomorrow. What's wrong? Yazan asked. My kite broke, and I was planning to buy a new one from the toy store, but now it's closed. Come to the masjid with me, Yazan said. Inshallah, you'll cheer up soon. After Maghrib, Ahmed felt a bit better. Mama always said Allah helps those who help others, so maybe Allah would reward him in a different way. Just as he began walking home, he heard Yazan behind him. Ahmed, wait, he called out. He was holding a bright green kite. I made this for my nephew, but he won't visit me until the summer. He handed Ahmed the kite. You deserve it. Thank you for taking such good care of my calf. Ahmed was stunned. He took the kite and hugged Yazan. As he walked out of town, Ahmed passed by a small kitchenware shop and suddenly had an idea. He pulled out all the money from his pockets and counted it. It might just be enough. What do you guys think he's going to buy? Let's see. Mama was waiting for him at the front door. Mama, I have a present for you. He grinned and held up a shiny new teapot. How did you know that I needed a new teapot? She asked. Mine tumbled down the hill this morning when Khaltu Salma and I were having a picnic. We couldn't find it anywhere. Ahmed laughed. I'll tell you the whole story inside. And here we can see the teapot tumbling down the hill. And there's the calf standing there. The next day at the kite flying competition, Ahmed watched all the kites soaring in the sky. Some were bigger than his, some flew higher, and some raced more quickly. He wasn't sure if he'd win this year, but it didn't matter. His new green kite dancing among the clouds was the most beautiful one of all. And that is the end of our story. Now, I have some discussion questions, and I'll read them out to you, and maybe you guys can discuss it with your family, discuss it with your parents, your siblings, and whoever's there in your house. So the first question is, do you think Ahmed learned something by taking care of the calf? If so, what did he learn? Why do you think Ahmed decided to help the cow rather than go and buy his kite? That's a good question. Do you think Ahmed was happy that he could buy his mother a new teapot? Why do you think? Do you think Ahmed enjoyed the kite competition more than Tariq? If you found an animal that needed your help, what would you do? Why do you think Ammu Yazan gave Ahmed a kite? Why did Ammu Wasim and Ammu Saleh help take care of the injured calf? Those are some questions that I want you guys to think about. And yeah, this is the story that I wanted to share with you, Ahmed and the Very Stuck Teapot. You know, the interesting thing is, this story is actually based on a true story. So this actually happened. The author, whose name is Sarah Musa, when she opened the door once, she found a calf standing in front of her door with a teapot stuck on its hoof, and she had to figure out what to do to take care of that calf. So I hope you enjoyed this story, and I hope that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blesses your Eid. Have a wonderful Eid. Eid Mubarak. Assalamu alaikum.